My name is JC. I'm a constitutionalist. I'm an independent journalist.
I'll translate. I'm an unemployed high school dropout who watches YouTube. Hey you guys, Wrangler here, and today we're going to have a little look at JC News Now. Now, most of you know JC as the bald-headed clown from Missouri whose only pair of footwear seems to be his uncle's 30-year-old cowboy boots that are 4 sizes too big for him. But he's going to go to a town meeting, a city council meeting in a jurisdiction in which he does not live, in which he does not own property, that he has absolutely no business there whatsoever, except he fraudits there. And that means that he goes in to either a post office, a police department, and even sometimes a business. And he goes in there and he starts shit. He goes in there, misquotes the law, and he tries to start fights, especially with police officers, so that he can get a reaction, so that he, with his 20,000 subscribers, can maybe have 600 of them watch his bullshit. Anyway, guys, let's watch him get owned by those that are much, 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 much smarter than him.
And today I was doing a story at the post office.
He means he was trespassing at a limited public forum.
And I asked your chief of police if I could have his name and badge number. And he chose to have an ego and not identify. I'd like to make this town aware that there's a badge act. It was enacted in 1983. It's a federal law, and it was revisited in 2020 and reinstituted. This is a problem. It's a federal law.
Are you English or retarded?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it says, and I quote, that identification must be displayed. It didn't say anything about them having to verbally cooperate with your bullshit fraud.
But there was also an addendum to it that says all town, municipal, and state agencies need to institute a likewise policy that everyone has to identify with their name, rank, and badge number or call number.
But a policy isn't a law. Isn't that what you frauditing trash say all the time?
Apparently there's not a policy here in Reed Springs.
But again, is a policy a law?
And they gave the states a year's time to institute this policy, or they would be in risk of losing their omnibus funding. I'm here to warn y'all that I write letters. That's what I do. I'm an activist. And if this policy's not in place soon, I'm going to do everything I can to remove the omnibus funding for the police department. Okay. I'm not through.
So you are going to try to get funding taken away from citizens who depend on it for food stamps, for Section 8 housing assistance. You would do that because an officer told you to go fuck yourself? You would take away from citizens. You would take away from them, from, single mothers with children. You would do this, Jimmy?
How do you know how to file a complaint? I'd like to know, who do you work for, sir?
I work for Reed Springs Police Department.
Who is your supervisor?
Sir, you're not controlling this thing. Come on.
No, but I'll get a chance to speak.
No. You have to speak to the board.
Okay.
We are the board. So I'm going to, at the end of this conversation,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to thank you for the education and look into it.
Yes, sir.
but I would like to ask one of my high-ranking officers that has quite a bit of knowledge about this, his opinion on that. Could you come and give me your opinion, sir?
Jimmy Coy Haag gets owned in 3, 2, 1.
And state your name, sir.
If you're going to film me, get my supermodel side, please.
Okay.
So, are you referring to HR 7153 and 7711?
No, it's the Badge Act of 1983.
Well, if it's federal, it has to have an HR in front of it and a number. Do you know
Yeah.
what those are?
I don't have the code with me.
You mean you don't know it? That's okay, because the chief does.
Okay. HR 7153 is for federal law enforcement, not for municipalities. 7711, which is where we get the grant funding, also relates to identification as a police officer, which we have on our shoulders. So no violation has been in effect. The other one where we have to identify, there is no state or federal law in any state that says we have to identify, nor is there any police policy within our department that says we have to identify ourselves. Even though it's written on our chest and our badge number's on our badge, and if there's any citations issued, they are issued. And it has that information on it. Also, any police reports will have that information as well. I thank you, sir.
Okay.
Damn!
Guess that didn't go down the way you thought it was going to, huh, Jimmy Coy? And yet, your lucky laptop is coming to your illiterate ass for legal advice?
Does that answer your question?
No, it doesn't. There is, other than even if it wasn't a law, who does this man work for?
He works for the city of Reed Springs.
Okay, who?
It's on his chest, it's on his shirt.
Who is that? It's the people. He works for the taxpayers. He's their employee. Correct?
Are you a taxpayer in the city of Reed Springs?
I'm a taxpayer.
I don't think so.
No. No, you're not.
In the city of Reed Springs?
It doesn't matter. I'm a
You live in the city
taxpayer.
of Reed
If I buy a piece of gum in Reed Springs, I pay tax on it.
Yeah, but do you own property in Reed Springs? Because that police department's budget is paid out of property taxes. You don't own property in Reed Springs, do you, Jimmy?
Okay. I think if that question that you just told us, I don't feel like I've been educated and properly. I do feel like that our officer that we send for training every year, several classes, far exceeds your ability of what you know about this. So on this particular thing, what I got out of it is that if we didn't proceed properly, that you were going to go after our funding and blah, blah, blah. To me, that's a threat.
Yes, sir.
So I think you should do that.
Boom. Roasted.
Okay, I'm going to.
Thank you
Litigation.
very much.
I'm not
Your
finished.
time is up now.
My time is up.
2 minutes.
Well, you used part of my time.
The word dilligat. That's spelled D-I-L-L-I-G-A-T. Dilligat. And it means, do I look like I give a fuck?
And nobody else does either, Jimmy. The fact of the matter is that out of 23.1 thousand subscribers, allegedly, that in 2 hours, your video premiere has got you a little over 400 views. That's pitiful.
You weren't even on the agenda. You're not even on the agenda.
We let you on without.
But you gave me permission to speak. Is this how it is? There's no accountability here?
We have lots of accountability, and any.
Apparently not. You've got a man.
Has to be on the agenda.
Don't speak loud to me.
And
Or what, Jimmy? You're going to go get 2 more people to beat him up like you did the guy in jail? Weren't you just charged with felonious domestic violence?
I'll speak loud to you. I want
No,
to.
I'll speak loud to you, sir. You
I
work
will
for the
have
taxpayers.
Sir, you are in the middle of my meeting,
Yes, sir.
and you are disrupting.
You gave me
And-
permission to speak.
And I closed off your permission. You had you had a question.
See, you're a
I
tyrant,
answered.
sir. You are a tyrant, and this is going to...
I know it. My wife says
Yes,
it every
sir.
day. I am retired.
Sir, and you don't give me orders.
Hey, JC, can I ask you one question?
Well, if I can respond.
Damn, you think Jimmy would be used to women pointing and laughing at him?
Sure. I'll ask you one question. If we get one person in here that will agree with you and raise their hand and agree with your statements, we'll let you continue. If nobody raises their hand, are we done?
Can I respond?
It's a yes or a no, you hillbilly crackhead.
Sure.
Well, no, I don't make deals.
Okay.
I don't make deals. And I don't do favors.
We're done.
We're done.
I
So
need a motion to be done with this.
I make the motion. We're
I'll
done.
second it.
here you have it, y'all.
I'm tired.
No accountability. This cat here, he recused, but he still wants to put in his 2 cents. Who do I file a complaint on you, sir?
I appreciate that very much. You won't be the first.
Who do I file a complaint on about you? Them? Well, now it's going up to the Police Standards Commission and the State Attorney General. You are a tyrant.
We're disrupting our procedure.
There we have it, y'all. No accountability in Reed Springs. I gave them the BAM. They kicked me out because I gave them the BAM. Yeah, because I gave them the BAM.
Push the limits of your vision with Verilux at your local.
As they're literally having a meeting with the actual residents and the actual taxpayers of their community. You're just there visiting. You're there just so you can have clickbait for your bullshit YouTube channel so that you don't have to try to get a job, Jimmy. Jimmy, have you ever had a job in your life? Have you ever earned a paycheck? Have you ever filed an income tax return? Maybe that's why you're in your mid-50s and you are going from couch to couch to couch. Maybe, Jimmy, that's why roughly half a dozen different jurisdictions in the state of Missouri have pending charges on you, including felonies, including domestic violence. But yet trash like you wants to tell the rest of us how to live. When you don't even know what the laws are, you're going to try and correct us. What do you want to bet, Jimmy, that every person, every guy that was on that town hall committee that were elected into those positions, what do you want to bet that every one of those men up there were United States veterans? You, sir, you make your money off of the rights that those men fought for. That's why, Jimmy, you will always be an unemployed, underachieving, hillbilly, inbred piece of shit. And it's no wonder that your son, Lucky Laptop, acts just like you. Both of you are trash. And you need to go away. Anyway, guys, it's Wrangler. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Have a good one.